What would happen if I turned my Streethunter Supra into a cop car? Let's get started. So here's how we're gonna turn this Supra into a cop car. We're gonna break it down into two things. The first thing we need is the car to have lights and the sounds of a cop car. And the second thing is we need to have the paint scheme of a cop car. The first thing I did is I went online and I tried to find the most expensive real cop lights I could. The second thing I ordered was sirens and a PA system. Every cop has a PA system in their car. Just kidding. Oh, what happened? I wasn't looking. Did it do anything?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't looking. Well, that. Oh. It's on the bathroom. Oh, shit. I ain't touching it with my fingers, bro.
I'll touch. You touch that one.
No,
we're not connected.
Dude, I'm not.
Put your finger on it.
I'm not
doing that. Put your finger on it.
I'm not doing that.
Just put your finger on it.
I'm sweaty. I'm gonna get shocked.
Put your finger on it. Just 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 put your finger on it.
Oh God. Oh my God. I can't wait for that.
That was a great sequence right there.
Put your finger on it. This thing is legit. Hopefully this doesn't get us in some serious trouble because we're gonna get in trouble. This is crazy. So. So this obviously will not mount on a Mark V Supra. So what we had to do was we went to MagnaFlow and we had them help us fabricate a suction cup mount to the bottom of the base plate of this so we can put this on any car and just fasten it down with these suction cups. So we can technically throw this on any one of our cars and it will work. We currently have it hooked up to a battery, but it's actually super simple. I'm terrible with wiring. I'm terrible with anything that requires batteries and electronics and stuff, which is okay because I have Calvin. Calvin's a genius at that stuff. This is actually relatively easy.
It's really interesting. All this has is a remote and 4 wires. These 2 wires are to turn on the lights, and these last 2 wires, I'm going to assume, are to backlight the remote. The goal here is to make sure we can take this off easily and quickly. So, not doing this wire, just those. We're gonna drive around looking like not cops, because we're not cops. For legal reasons. Second thing we bought, PA system. This wasn't already gonna get us in trouble. TJ, this is gonna get us in trouble. Roger, Roger. Hey, you there, in the black shorts, in the hunting company black shorts. Put your hands up. You wanna explain this right now?
Hey, you in the nice slacks with the gold jewelry on. Bend over and spread them. Sir. If not the lights, this is what's gonna get us in trouble. Did you tell them that this has the siren on it? I'm holding this as if it matters. Did you tell them this has the sirens? This is the closest thing I could find to what police cars have. As you can see, we have our horn, we have our siren, we have a whale, a high-low, a low-high, and multiple control units. So this will make all the good cop car sounds that we all know and hate, and it will also give us the ability to sound like an officer. That sounds pretty real, huh? Good. That sounds pretty good. My ears are about to blow up.
Oh!
Officer, my ears! Okay, my bad. Officer, please!
Hello? It's feedbacking into the mic.
Siren.
Fuck!
It says you should have a whale.
I don't know. What is these? Those are auxiliary stuff.
Oh, that's the one right there. 50519er, we got a runner. Max volume test. Why do I feel like this is gonna be like my most favorite car after this? Why do I feel like we're never taking this off? Let's see where yeah, just put it like where, rest it there for now. So there's two options on where we can put the wiring for the lights. Because this isn't a legit cop car, I'm not gonna smoke a hole in my roof to hide this wiring. We have two options. One, I leave the window cracked and I just throw this in the car, and while we wanna use it, we just have the window cracked a little bit. Or I have a suspicion that I might be able to feed it through the back hatch. We went ahead and moved the roof rail, and there's almost like a little hole that I might be able to sneak this through. So I'm gonna see if that will work. For the purpose of this idea, this will work just fine. Everything we're doing is completely reversible. We're obviously not gonna leave this thing in the rain because otherwise we get this car soaked, but this will work. Okay, light test. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We official now, baby. So for this radio and PA system, what we're gonna do is keep it in the passenger footwell, and we need to run 2 green wires to the speaker system, which Calvin is tucking in the front of the car right now. So we're simply just gonna slip 2 of these wires that will provide power and ground up through the door, through the hood, so it can reach. And then the positive and ground will go towards the back of the car, and what makes this super easy is the battery is located in the rear portion of the car, so we can keep all the wiring on the inside, and it makes our job super easy.
Everyone, first responders, get to the scene immediately! We got a big deal, we got a big
Okay, I'm clearly a kid in a candy store. This is awesome. This is so sick. Now that the speaker is placed underneath the front bumper, I'm gonna go ahead and just get our wires that are gonna run into the PA system. Somewhat wired up, we have an obnoxiously large sized turbo right here that will create a lot of heat. So I'm gonna try and just route this and zip tie it to just remaining things that we have in the engine bay that can somewhat keep this managed and keep our wires safe so they don't melt when we're driving. We're gonna do our first test of the lights and the PA system on the car. Now, it's not suctioned down, so the light bar is sitting like an inch or 2 taller than it's supposed to, but this is for test purposes. All right, Cal, hit me. Oh! Dude, that is so sweet. Give me a siren. Oh, dude, that's so sick. It literally reminds me of like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Wait, SpongeBob, You can enter that clip, that's a funny clip.
What's he doing?
He's just standing there, menacingly! Get out of there, SpongeBob!
Sabrina Lehman. We have a Sabrina Lehman in that vehicle. We have suspicion and all rights to believe that we have Sabrina Lehman.
Ma'am, spread them.
How are you doing this?
I'm a cop car. I haven't seen it today yet.
It's so real.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby.
Oh, that's not annoying at all.
It's beautiful. Wow.
I need every racer to pull over and hand me their pink slips.
Oh my god, what the fuck, man? No way, that's a legit bar.
Stop right there.
I feel like I'm like 9 years old playing with my like toy cars. It's so sick. Can you turn on like the daytime running lights on the Supra?
Is that it?
Now that the lights and PA system is done, we're gonna come back tomorrow morning and we have our boys from Premium Auto Styling coming to give us the final touches. The next thing we need to do is we need to have this visually look like a police car. The only thing we need to add are white accents and badges and decals that replicate what a cop car looks like. Before we start installing all of these badges, I do quickly want to say that I do not recommend anyone does this to their car. Before doing this whole idea, I actually reached out to my lawyer and tried to do as much research online as I could, because you can't legally make your car into a cop car. You have to follow some bystanders, and you can't have the word police or any realism on your badges. You can make it look similar, but you can't make it look exact. So we're gonna be following those guidelines, and I know there's gonna be comments down below about it, so I do wanna say that we are following those guidelines. I don't recommend that you go out and do this to your car. Additionally, we do have red and blue lights. When we're on public roads, we're gonna have that unplugged, because legally they can't be plugged in. You can't just roll around with lights and wanna turn them on whenever you want. With that being said, I have Daniel from Premium Auto Styling doing another house call today. He was just here for the BMW, and now he's back to play with some illegal mods on our car.
You're gonna get me in trouble, bro.
I might get you in trouble.
Now this is exciting. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be like a probably 1 to 2 hour deal. From my understanding, we're just doing the roof, the doors, and some decals. Let's get it done. Let's go play with this thing.
So we have some badges, and we really tried to be careful with not making these badges look too real. I will be rolling around on the street and doing public roads, and I didn't want to make this thing look too real, where I was like scared to drive around and I was gonna get pulled over. Daniel printed out a couple of decals here that we'll be throwing on the car, but the first thing I think we should start with, Daniel, is I think we should wrap the roof.
Yeah, let's get that done. You're gonna wrap it for me? I know you got the skills to do it, so.
I used to wrap cars as my first job like 10 years ago, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So with the car being black, I was like, all we need to do is wrap the 2 front doors white and wrap the roof white, and all the decals go onto it, and I think you're gonna be taken back on how easy this will transform, and like, it almost like tricks your mind, because you're gonna be seeing it and you're gonna be like, whoa, that's a cop car, but it's not a cop car. It's gonna be super easy, so let's start with the roof. With the doors wrapped and the roof wrapped, you can see our vision. It's looking like a cop car. Now we're gonna be adding the decals on the door. Now, this is where we had to be really particular on what it said. You obviously can't have it say like highway patrol. I switched out the word. I put boost patrol, and then our badge isn't the actual California badge crested. That just seemed a little sketchy. But at first glance, and you're like 10 feet away, I think it like does the job perfectly. So let's go ahead and lay these down. Wee woo, motherfucker. Time to pull over, bitch. Sir, please. We just finished with all of the decals going on the car. This is the coolest looking car that I own. How badass does that look? The rear quarter shot looks insane. We took a little audible call, and we originally printed out this boost patrol for like the rear end of the car, because all the CHPs have like the highway patrol on the back, but it didn't really fit. So we came up with the idea of putting it on the deck lid, kind of getting a little Porsche GT3 RS vibe. So I'm kind of digging it. I'm in love. So the only thing left to do is to turn on the sirens, turn on the lights, and just enjoy it. So let's do it. Oh man, this is so rad. The rear end shot is so sick.
It's crazy.
Like the eye level is so dope. So sick. Oh man, dude, this is a great idea. I'm gonna do it to every single one of the cars. That's awesome, dude. I appreciate it.
Love it. We've done a lot of cars together, but it's probably my favorite.
I'm sure you guys saw this Viper chair sitting in the background. I don't feel like I've ever given it the justice that it deserves. And if any of you guys work on cars at home, or you have a shop, or you just want a nice seat to use in the garage, I really want to highlight this product really quick and highlight them as a brand, because they showed me that shop chairs can be way better than what we're all used to. This chair is the highest of quality that I've ever seen on a shop chair. It glides perfectly, it's smooth, it actually is comfortable, it doesn't hurt your back, and most importantly, it doesn't tip over. Every crappy Harbor Freight chair tips over and it bothers the hell out of me. These things are amazing. It's definitely a luxury, but once you get one of them, I promise you will never go back. You see them littered in the background of all of our videos, and I even got one for the house now, and I want you guys to try them out. So I actually got you guys a discount code. You can use code TJHunt and save $50 off of a Viper chair. It's well worth it. Invest in your butt, invest in your comfort. Thank me later. This car came out amazing. It is so cool. And I hope you guys have the same excitement that I do, because this is an idea that I've always kind of wanted to do. I just needed to find the right execution and the right excuse to do it. And I think we found it. This rear quarter, it's the hardest looking car we got in the rear quarter. And next up, which I know some of you guys are like, dude, you didn't even go and drive it yet. It's time we hit the streets. In the next episode, we're gonna hit the streets, and I'm gonna try and pull my friends over without them knowing it's me and try and freak them out. I'll see you guys then. Peace out, and keep moving forward.